Rain poured like tears from the heavens, blurring the laughter and music echoing from the grand white tent. Inside, guests danced and toasted champagne, celebrating love, family, and new beginnings. But just outside that shimmering world of lights and silk gowns, a little girl stood alone, drenched and shivering, clutching a small, hand-drawn card that read, "Congratulations, Daddy." Her name was Emily. She was only 9, wearing a faded pink dress her late mother had sewn years ago. Her hair stuck to her cheeks, and her eyes full of hope and love stared at the glowing lights inside. She thought this day would finally bring her closer to her father again. But that hope shattered when the new bride, Melissa, spotted her standing by the entrance. "What are you doing here?" Melissa snapped, her voice sharp as a knife. "This is a private event." Emily's small hands shook as she held out the card. "I came to say congratulations, to Daddy." Melissa's eyes narrowed, and moments later, Emily's father, Thomas, appeared beside her. His suit was crisp, his smile gone. He looked down at his daughter, the last reminder of the woman he'd lost, a past he wanted to bury. "Emily," he said coldly, "you shouldn't have come. You weren't invited." Her tiny heart cracked. "But, Daddy, you said family could come." "This is my new family now," he said, avoiding her eyes. "You'll stay with Aunt Grace from now on. You don't belong here anymore." Before she could speak, a security guard stepped forward. Thomas nodded, and that was it. Emily was led away, the sound of rain drowning her cries. Dash dash. A few miles away, a black luxury car pulled to a stop at a small roadside cafe. Inside sat a man in his early 40s, tall, composed, with eyes that carried the weariness of loss. His name was Daniel Hayes, a millionaire known for his business empire, but also for his quiet kindness. He had no children of his own, no family to come home to. Just memories of a wife he couldn't save, and a promise he once made: "If I ever see someone hurting like I did, I won't walk away." That night, fate brought him face to face with that promise. Through the rain-soaked window, he spotted a small figure huddled under a tree. Soaked to the bone, clutching a torn card, the little girl looked like she'd been left behind by the world itself. Without hesitation, Daniel rushed out, umbrella in hand. "Hey," he said gently, kneeling beside her. "What are you doing out here all alone?" Emily looked up, tears mixing with rain. "My daddy said I don't belong anymore." The words cut deep. Daniel's chest tightened. He saw his own younger self in her eyes, the same loneliness, the same heartbreak. He offered her his coat. "Come on. Let's get you warm. You belong somewhere safe." Dash dash. At a nearby diner, Daniel ordered her soup and hot chocolate. As Emily sipped quietly, he noticed the small card she'd placed on the table, wrinkled, but written with so much love. "Congratulations, Daddy. I hope you're happy." Daniel's throat tightened. "You made this for him?" She nodded. "But he didn't want it? He said he has a new family now." He leaned forward, voice soft. "Sometimes, grown ups forget what really matters. But you have a big heart. Don't ever think you're not enough." Her lip quivered. "Will anyone ever want me again?" He smiled faintly, though his heart ached. "The right people will. You'll see." Dash dash. Over the next few days, Daniel tried to find Emily's relatives. He called the father, but Thomas refused to answer. Aunt Grace admitted she couldn't afford another mouth to feed. The more Daniel searched, the more he realized Emily truly had no one. So he made a choice. He took her in, not out of pity, but purpose. Life changed for both of them. The empty halls of Daniel's mansion filled with laughter again. Emily, shy at first, began drawing pictures of them together, small moments that warmed Daniel's lonely world. For the first time in years, he wasn't just living, he was healing. Still, Emily often asked, "Do you think Daddy misses me?" Daniel always answered honestly, "Maybe not yet. But one day, he'll understand what he lost." Months passed. Emily blossomed kind, curious, and bright. With Daniel's support, she joined school again, learned piano, and painted beautiful art. Every evening, they sat by the fire, reading stories, two hearts mending, one day at a time. But one afternoon, while Daniel picked her up from art class, a familiar voice called out, "Emily." Thomas stood there, guilt etched into his face. Life hadn't been kind since the wedding. His new marriage was crumbling, his company failing. And in all his sleepless nights, one memory haunted him: the look in his daughter's eyes as she was led away. Emily froze. Her little heart raced. Daniel placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. Thomas stepped forward, voice trembling. "Emily, I was wrong. I thought pushing you away would make things easier, but it only broke me. I miss you." Tears filled her eyes. "Why now, Daddy?" Thomas knelt down. "Because I finally realized what love really means. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I'm asking for it anyway." She looked at Daniel, unsure. He smiled softly. "It's okay, sweetheart. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting. It means freeing your heart." Emily stepped forward and hugged her father, tears streaming down both their faces. Later that evening, Thomas sat with Daniel. "You saved her. You gave her what I couldn't." Daniel shook his head. "She saved me. Sometimes love finds you when you least expect it." From that day on, Thomas worked hard to rebuild their relationship, slowly, gently, with patience and honesty. Emily never forgot the pain, but she grew stronger because of it. And through it all, Daniel remained a guiding light, her mentor, her friend, her guardian angel. Years later, Emily stood on a stage, valedictorian of her class, delivering her speech. Her eyes found Daniel and her father in the crowd, sitting side by side. "I once thought being cast out meant I wasn't wanted. But I learned that sometimes, life breaks you only to show you who will help you heal. Family isn't just who you're born to, it's who chooses to stand beside you when everyone else walks away." The audience erupted in applause, but Daniel's heart swelled most of all.